Well, damn it. Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, after a really long time, we have another escape in the dark den, a tarantula escape, and it was, of course, as usually my fault. In order to properly close my enclosures, the dark den enclosures, you need to lift the door, push it back, and then just release it down there. But sometimes what happens when I'm dealing with a lot of enclosures, when I'm watering a lot of enclosures, as I did last Friday, sometimes when I'm in a hurry and don't pay enough attention, I don't lift the door properly and I just close it without lifting, and then what happens? The door doesn't lock properly and it can be easily pushed by a tarantula, which was exactly what happened in here. It is not really a problem to spot that the door aren't closed because they protrude outside and you can clearly see it, but as I said, I was in a hurry. I open the enclosure, spray it with water, close it. Open another enclosure, spray it with water, close it. Open enclosure, spray it. I don't really... So yeah, obviously I missed it, and this is the result, the escaped tarantula. As I said, last time I had interaction with this enclosure was on Friday, because every Monday I feed everything and water all the enclosures, and every Friday I missed some enclosures that require more humidity, and this is one of those enclosures. So that's why I know that I missed it on Friday, and today is Monday, and that is why I noticed that the door is open, because it was time to feed the tarantula. The tarantula inside is Psalmopeus pulcher, female of course, and in the past we paired her, and I actually had 2 successful XX and a bunch of babies, so a lot of you that are watching these videos actually got these babies because I was selling them on the expos. Anyhow, she's an arboreal tarantula, so I'm hoping that finding her shouldn't be a problem. This can potentially go both ways. I can either find her super quick and easy if she's just somewhere on the wall high up, or she potentially squeezed somewhere and hid herself really well, so I will need to pull everything outside, because you see I have a lot of boxes down here, all the boxes here behind, and also there is the second room where Junglarium is, all of these boxes, these wood pieces under the table, and I will actually start with this room because this will be the quickest and easiest. I need to look behind these shelves and actually underneath of every shelf, because there is like this lip that actually hides the light, so tarantula can easily squeeze somewhere. But first behind, I'll turn on the light and let's check. Nothing. And it is a bit darker on the camera, but with my eyes I can clearly see that the tarantula is not here. So now to check the boxes. Behind the boxes, here inside. Last tarantula that I had escaped in the dark den was actually a Pokey, and she was actually in one of the boxes. So even though she was an arboreal tarantula, she was still down on the terrestrial area. And the reason why I'm doing this video, you might be wondering what is really the point of it. Firstly, of course, entertainment, because I like to share all aspects of tarantula keeping. And this is definitely one of them, because I often see messages from people saying that they lost their tarantula and if I have any tips on how to find it. So yeah, this video also has an education value, because hopefully we will find her and you will see where and how she's hiding. So in the future you will have an idea on what to expect and what to do if you find yourself in a situation like this. Anyhow, she's not in these boxes.
Psalmopeus pulcher is a New World tarantula, but unlike your regular New World tarantula, this species packs a bit more potent venom. So as I was looking around, I tried to be mindful with my fingers to not really get bit by it. And I just want to mention that next month I will be coming to Verona Expo in Italy. So if you want to reserve some tarantula or a glass enclosure, there is a catalog list linked in the description of this video, so open it and check it out and send me an email or write me a DM on Instagram or Facebook.
It seems that these shelves behind me are safe, and now we need to check underneath the Junglarium, where once again you see I have that mysterious leak, and once again I have no idea where it is coming from. Last time this leak happened, I just cleaned it off. I didn't really determine where it's coming from, and it seemed fine, but again it is back, and I have no idea where it is coming from. unless this is where it leaked. You see, as you can see, I have constant drippage from the above because this is the drainage layer and the excess water is just draining down into this plastic box that acts as a filter. The water is just freely dripping, but maybe it was dripping from here past the box and onto the floor, but I'm not sure. I'll clean this later because first we need to look for the tarantula. She's not here, but I also need to check this compartment. There are a lot of spots where this tarantula can squeeze, and this is nice and moist area, so perfect for a tarantula. But it looks like, unless she's squeezed somewhere behind these pillars, and nope, if she was behind she would bolt already. Also, I checked all of these shelves and behind that light when it was turned off, also behind these enclosures, underneath here and behind here, so all that it is left is under the table, where actually I have a lot of good hiding spots, which is a good thing for a tarantula, but bad thing for me. By the way, I'm gonna use this in Junglarium 2.0. Look how awesome looking this wood piece is. And when I was done with Junglarium, I was thinking if I should even save any of these, but now I'm really glad that I did. Anyhow, no tarantula here. She must be in that other room. Wish me luck. I'm gonna peek behind because that is the most logical location. Okay, what can we see? Not much, a blurry video. Unfortunately, no tarantula or any interesting webbing. Some pale species actually use their web, although in these 3 days I don't think that she could make any significant web that I will actually spot, you know. So after another peek, I will look at the boxes underneath. And I will remove this enclosure. You know, the brand new fossorial one, because this will give me a big access. I have too many places, small cracks where a tarantula can squeeze easily. Man, now I'm realizing how searching for a tarantula in here is a true definition of searching for a needle in a stack of hay, or however that goes. Because there are so many spots where this tarantula can squeeze. Just look at this box, for example. She can be everywhere, and in theory I should pull everything outside and check it thoroughly, but honestly I'm hoping that I will just find her at some obvious spot outside and that I won't need to go in such a detail through everything. Yeah, I'm realizing that I'm relying more and more on luck. Not to mention that as I'm pulling stuff out, she can just go from the area I didn't search to the area where I searched without me even noticing that, so let's hope that won't happen. There are two things that are attracting tarantulas, and those are humidity and heat. But the problem with that is the dark den is pretty humid and pretty warm, so tarantula can really be anywhere. Unfortunately, this shelf seems clean, but I didn't pull all the enclosures out. I'm gonna do that after I check this area and also this area right here. And if I don't find her, then I'm gonna start panicking slightly, because then we are in trouble, big trouble. Oh, this is heavy enclosure, and it is just the glass. Well, boys, that's a negative. I'm gonna check this side and then, I don't know, pray to God. And I'm not a religious man. I don't want to say anything, but it seems like my prayers have been heard. It doesn't really matter who heard them, but yes, I found her. Look, look, look. There she is. You see this booty? There she is. And did she already webbed over there? It seems like she found a nice hiding spot for her. Let me see. Yeah, she already started webbing over there. she began to create like a tunnel. You see? All of this was web, all the way over there. But she didn't get far. You see, she's over there, and her hide was, her enclosure was right here. So if she got out of it like here, then she probably went up, and I don't know, she then followed this corner and maybe went down, or who knows? Who knows, maybe her expedition was longer, but I don't care. As long as I don't need to tear down the entire dark den to find her, I don't really care. Let's grab a catch cup and get her back where she belongs, and then clean the dark den because I made a lot of mess. Now you see what are the spots where Tarantula likes to hide. This crack seems to be perfect for her. But your fun is over, unfortunately. And wait, the escape continues. Come on, just go up in the cup. Yeah, there we go. You'll wait right here while I get your enclosure, and you will go here because I need 2 hands for that. I am so happy. I cannot tell you how happy I am that I found her without too much of a mess. Too much. I did check most of the available spots, but still there were so many hiding spots for her, so many cracks, and yeah. That is something that I don't really need to worry about because she has been found, and that is the only important thing. Oh, and she's a bit mad. You dislike the fact that your excursion is over, huh? Well, you had your time. Yes. I think this was the first escape in like year and a half or something like that. Quite a while. I need to check out when that Pokey escaped. I will write it down so you will know. But with this many tarantulas, with this many enclosures, things like that can just happen, I guess. I try to be as careful as possible, but sometimes mistakes happen, and that is just part of the life, part of the hobby. But of course, with animals like scorpions, I am like 5 times more careful. I'm not super careful with my tarantulas. I try to be careful, but I'm not really stressing about it. But when it comes to scorpions, hot scorpions, when I'm dealing with them, their enclosures, my focus is 100% just on them, no joking around. And also the enclosures are a bit bulletproof on its own. You cannot really leave them open, unlike these enclosures that, as you can see, can mess up. Anyhow, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs it up and comment something. If you want to support this channel more, there's a Patreon page. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I upload every Monday and sometimes a live stream on Sunday, so see you again pretty soon. Bye!